Welcome back everyone. In the last few videos, we've been exploring how different types of chains help us connect multiple components together, from simple prompt to model pipelines to more advanced parallel and conditional chains. But now we're going one step further and introducing a concept that gives us even more control and flexibility in how our data flows through a chain. Runnable sequence. So what exactly is a runnable sequence? So think of it like a conveyor belt for data. Each step in the sequence takes the output from the previous step, processes it, and passes it along to the next one. It's part of the new Runnable Interface in LangChain, which unifies how different components like prompts, models, and parsers communicate with each other. Earlier, when we worked with LLMChain, the structure was quite fixed. One prompt, one model, one output. It worked great for single or simple workflows. But when we wanted to do something more dynamic, like taking a model's output, processing it through another template, and then feeding it back to another model, things start to get messy. That's where a runnable sequence shines. It lets us build multi-step pipelines where each element can be a model, a parser, or even another chain, all connected in a single streamlined sequence. You can think of it as a customizable chain where you fix exactly how data flows from one step to another. Now, in this video, we'll be doing something fun to demonstrate it. We'll start with a prompt that asks the model to write a joke about a given topic. Then we'll take that generated joke and then feed it to a second prompt, one that asks the model to explain the joke. And then finally, we'll use an output parser to cleanly process and present our final response. So by the end of this video, you'll understand how runnable sequence works, how it is different from earlier chain structures we've seen, and how you can use it to build smooth multi-step reasoning pipelines where the model's output becomes the input for the next stage. All right, so let's dive into the code. So I'm going to create a folder here called runnables. And then a file called runnable sequence.py. Okay, so first of all, import LangChain Google Gen AI. Then I need a .env. After that, I'm going to import prompt template, which will come from LangChain core. Then I will import an str output parser that is also going to come from LangChain core. From LangChain core. From LangChain core dot output parsers import str output parser, and after that I'll need a runnable sequence which will come from LangChain dot schema dot runnables import runnable sequence. Okay, so first of all, load the credentials. I'll define my first prompt where using my prompt template, and then the template is going to be about write a joke about a topic, and inside this my input variables is going to be topic. I'll similarly write second prompt again using a prompt template where my template will be explain the following joke, and then I'll type in joke here. My input variables is going to be joke. Okay, so my model will be from Chat Google Generative AI. The model will be Gemini 2.5 Flash. I'll also define my output parser using str output parser. And then based on that, I'm going to define a chain or a runnable sequence. So first of all, I'm going to go to prompt, then I'll go to model, then parser, then prompt 2, then model, and then parser again. And then the result, I'll just invoke this runnable sequence work. So the topic is going to be a monkey. And then finally print a result here. So this is how you implement runnable sequence. You might see that this is similar to the concept of chains that we've used. If we had used chains, we would do it in this way. So chains would be prompt, model, parser, then prompt 2, then model, and then parser again. So this is how we would implement chain. But here we're doing it with runnable sequence. Let me run this code. It will take some time because we have multiple model calls here. One model call is this part, and then the other model call is this part. And then without the completion of the first model call, we cannot go to the second model prompt here. Okay, so couldn't feel the love anymore. So the humor breaks down. Okay, it's only printing me out the explanation about the joke, but it's okay. It's okay because I've got what I wanted at the end of this runnable sequence. So this is all for this video. I'm going to come with some new concept in the next one. So I'll see you in the next video.